Chainlink, 5-day Gaussian channel to kick us off here. We're looking at a sideways movement, I'm sure you're well aware of, for the past just year or so. We've entered the 5-day Gaussian channel on the lower side here, right? We're below the median line. We've only had one green candle that started to turn bullish and it got shut down pretty quickly, right? So that's what we're looking to do next on the 5-day Gaussian channel. It's trying to level itself out here. That's not enough. To turn this back green, we need the channel has to start moving up. How are we going to do that? We have to be above the channel. So pretty clear cut here, right? How do we do that? We get prices back up here. Not only that, what would happen then? Well, we'd be above the Gaussian channel, potentially turning it green, and you're breaking out of a year-long resistance zone, right? 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 taps. Didn't even have the strength to tap, but at least it gave it some effort, right? So this is the Chainlink breakout territory here. Anything above $9, you should really start paying attention. So you don't have to watch it on a daily basis. Right click on your trading view, click set an alarm wherever the hell it is, add alert, alarm alert, type in, 9.35 and then hit enter. And then it magically just pops up right here, right? See that? And then you'll get an alert, or you could set this at whatever you want. So you can use that on any coin, anything on TradingView that comes in handy. So you don't have to just stare at charts, right? Set price levels. It'll alert you on your phone, on your email, whatever you want it to do. You can change that. And then you can wake up and start to smell the coffee. So if you don't want to wait to that, you can wait for just a break of the median line. How about that? That'll stay roughly at 740. Set your alarm for that. Then we can start to get bullish. If we can close a couple candles above that median line, you need to recognize that that hasn't happened in a long time, the entirety of the bear market. And that's the signs that you want to be paying attention. Things that haven't happened in a long time that start to happen, right? Certainly to the bullish side. So 740, 5-day Gaussian channel, median line would be taken over. We need to flip that to support. Resistance so far in the first tag. Flip that to support, and then maybe we can start cooking to higher prices, right? So 740, step one. How about we get some moving averages on? Let's take a step back here and we'll just leave it on. How about we go to the daily Gaussian channel? So daily Gaussian channel is red, but this is why we don't use daily Gaussian, is because it has too many fake outs, right? That's the secret of the 5-day. It's a little bit less than the weekly and, more fine-tuned. So the least amount of fake outs, that's the secret to the 5-day Gaussian channel, if you were wondering. So bearish, right, on the daily, because we're under the Gaussian channel, but, that can change very quickly. I mean, look at this reversal here. So let's take this off, make it a little bit more clean. Let's put some EMAs on. How about some Bollinger Bands, right? This is usually what I try to look at snapshots of charts for. Now, positives and negatives. Well, positives is we're just trending sideways, if you could say that. We're approaching, lower support zone, local support zone, right in this area. So, we don't want to lose that. Otherwise, we'll zoom out on the weekly here and we'll get a bigger picture in a moment. But you have to lean a little bit more bearish or sideways because the moving averages are sideways. And not only that, you're under all the moving averages. So anytime you're under moving averages, you should immediately be a little bit more bearish than bullish, right? You can be long-term, whatever. I'm just showing whatever, even on the 5-minute chart. If you want to zoom to the 5-minute and you're underneath the moving averages, you're bearish by definition, right? And vice versa, right? When you start to get above all the moving averages, right, you start to get a little more bullish. I mean, just look at the proof in front of you here, right? So underneath the 200 on the daily, underneath every damn one on the daily. So how about step one? Let's close back above the 21. We've only done that with a couple of days, right? You have just baby steps, right? And then you can take it to the next level. So, I mean, you have step one here on the local time frame. How about 664? Close above that. Then you can zoom to this guy, right? Step up the stairs, flip this zone, right? And then you can start to see this zone, right? Instead of a harsh line, how about we flip this back to support like it was back over here, right? Support breaks down, flips to resistance, breaks down, or support, new support zone, and new resistance zone. Now, this will act as resistance on the daily chart until proven otherwise. We need multiple closes back up here and holding. And then we can, work our way back up those stairs that we talked about on that 5-day, right? Another important thing I want to show you on the 5-day, look at this. No Gaussian channel here, but the volume is what I want you to notice here. Look how weak this volume is, the boring times, right? This is likely showing that a bigger move is coming. Less volume and declining prices, declining volume is a bullish sign. Let me repeat that. Declining prices and declining volume is a bullish sign, okay? Especially when you start to get these boring phases where it seems very dull and lackluster. There's something brewing ahead. Whether that's to the upside or downside, nobody knows. I'm just telling you that the more boring a chart gets to you, the more bigly move is on the horizon, right? I don't know if that's next week or next month, but likely soon, because of look at the volume, even in the bear cycle, right? The peak, right in the heat of the bear market back in here. Look at the volume, buys and sells. Now look at it, right? Pretty calm, right? The calm before the storm is here, all right? Sideways for a year plus says something bigly is going to happen soon. So let's move out to the weekly chart, right? We're near the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, that zone that we talked about just a few moments ago. I would, it's tough to really paint this zone because we've been in it so damn long. But I would say anything in here, right, if you're waiting to dollar cost average or buy some more, right, this is a pretty good spot to do it. 620 to 530, no guarantees that we get down here again. Look at the bands here, right? It's hard to guess, right? But dollar cost averaging, if you're a long-term believer in Chainlink, anywhere in this zone, this is where I will be accumulating, right? I've already have a good amount. Reaccumulating down here is always good, especially seeing these weekly, sell volumes getting lower and lower and lower, buy volumes getting lower and lower and lower, right? Getting very calm. There's a larger move, I would say in the next handful of weeks, maybe a month. We'll see. But, step one, we got to overtake these moving averages. So the EMA 8, let's get some numbers here. You can see at the top, EMA 8 is at 674. Right, and those are your stair steps. Just take out each of those, right? And Chainlink has done all of that, but not been able to hold. So the breakout level, around $9 on the weekly, right? That's a little bit more of a good sign, right? $9, right? Look how many weekly taps we've gotten there, right? That would take out pretty much all the moving averages except your bigger two. You have your 200 week here and your 100 week here. We're going to need to be above $10 to flip that. But the good sign in that is that, that might seem far away, but guess what would happen if we're up in here? The 5-day Gaussian channel would likely be green. We would be above it and, fireworks from there. Okay. So don't lose sight. This is by design. Bear markets, starts of bull markets are very boring, and they're meant to throw the majority of people off the guard, right? That's just how it works. That's how cycles work. Looking at our indicators here, the RSI is still just generally flat and low, right? MFI, right? The money flow index, right? Going down still, relatively calm. But, looking out here, right, you could see that we've kind of broken that little uptrend that we were in over since a year ago, right? Last May, been making higher lows and kind of broken that just recently, but we haven't closed just yet, so keep an eye on this, right? You're looking for some kind of move like this for a capitulation event before altcoins tend to wake up. They can do that, right? So that's what I'd be paying attention to. Anything back in this zone, certainly with you want to be paying attention to a long tail. So say we wick down here to somewhere in this zone and then recover, and you see a long wick on like something like this, or even green, right, would be great, like a dragonfly doji candle. If you see that on the weekly, that's probably your last final call all aboard sign. But if you want to be super safe, just wait till this high is taken out and then fireworks, right? 8 on the weekly, a close above that will bring good things. Okay, so patience for Chainlink. Hopefully this helps. Let's get to our quote of the day. Actually, one more thing I wanted to show you. The altcoin season index, right? Bitcoin season still, but we've doubled what we've been at for a long time. We're now at 8. We got to get what we can take here, right? We're coming off the lows here, right? Let me move this around here, right? See this? So we've been at 4 for, over a month almost, right? Beginning of May, 4. We barely come up and then go right back down. So now we're back here again. So what you want to watch for is a breakout of 8. We haven't been above 8 in a month now, right? So what this would mean is altcoins are starting to make some moves and getting back to less of Bitcoin season, more of alt season. You'll start to see alts running bigger when and if we get back above this blue line, right? This is, peak Bitcoin season down in this area. This is why alts tend to go up one day and down the next day, right? They're trying, they just can't get traction. They start to get traction up in here. So pay attention to this as this keeps, if this keeps rising, right? Let's go back and look at history here. I mean, like 2020 was the start of the last bull cycle, right? If you see something like this, for certain, altcoins will start to move like we all want them to, right? But we have to get above this line and maintain it. And then we'll see altcoins really start to outperform, Bitcoin and the rest of the market. So that's what we're looking for. Until then, Bitcoin's still the go-to, right? You don't want to be having a lot of Bitcoin in peak altcoin season, just like you don't want to be having, main altcoins in Bitcoin season. It's fine to accumulate, but don't expect them to do nothing. Grammar. Words are hard until Bitcoin season ends, and nobody knows when that's coming. Okay, so all right. So quote of the day by Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm a big space guy. Knowing how to think empowers you far beyond those who know only what to think. So do your own learning and don't get force-fed, right? How about that? That is that. Didn't bring a car of the day. Hope you like it. Just pick one. I did the Bugatti Bolide yesterday's video, so here's the model for today's video. I'm going to pick up a model. There you go. For the 4 of you that like the cars. I like them, so I'm going to keep doing them. Shut up. It's my channel. All right, I'll leave you here. Hopefully this has been recording and I can upload this. I'll see you on the next one. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. If you want more help navigating the markets, I'm glad to help you on our private Telegram channel. Do daily updates there. I'll see you there.